I didn't, Raj, actually. I was outside for 2 days, so I was practicing some of the old things, requisition and all, not the
Oh,
XML thing.
okay. Okay. Fine. Let's get into the next template. So last time we discussed and we are done with the job requisition template. So now we are moving for the next template, candidate profile or candidate application. So like that we will discuss further templates. And last time we also discussed about application template also, right? We're
Yeah.
done with application template also. Yeah. Now we are moving on to
Yes.
candidate profile. Let me share my screen. Update. So candidate profile. So in application we have collected some additional data like your previous job information and those things we collected. Now we'll try to discuss about this candidate profile. And also in application we have discussed other things as well, like how to create that uh, display points and these things. And same way we can configure in your provisioning XML also. XML we can configure and also same way in manage template. Okay. So now what is the purpose of this candidate profile? So the candidate profile is mainly using to collect the basic information, first name, like personal details of the candidate. Candidate profile information we mainly collect like first name, last name, and their gender, address details, resume. Information we are going to collect in candidate profile template. So first let me show you how the candidate profile looks like in output, so that we will try to add some additional feeds. So go to this candidates, add candidate. So once you click on add candidate, you will get first name, last name. And first of all, this we will not actually we will not change this information. This is by default SAP delivered template only. So most of the things like by default SAP standard fields are available. But apart from your standard fields, if you want to add any additional fields, then you are going to add it based on the requirement. Inside the country and click on create profile. So once you click on create profile, it will take you to another page where we can upload your resume also. So here it's going to ask upload a resume to here. If you have any resume, you can upload, or if you don't have a resume, then you can cancel and you can enter manually also. Okay. So there are two documents they are going to collect in this candidate profile, resume, and also the second one is cover letter. Okay. You can upload two documents. So in this page you can see in right side here have a additional document also. Additional document is nothing but, so during your interview normally they will take resume and cover letter, and also sometimes they are going to collect your PAN card information also. Like very rare cases they are going to collect. So those things we are going to attach in additional document. And if you go like here we have some more information. So in this more information you can see salutation, country of residence, state, likewise. Okay. And if you go down here you can see talent pool, email campaigns, and left side also we have our internal employee history, previous employment history like this. So now my requirement is, now my client asking me to change, add some additional fields here. Like here, suppose they have some state, they want to add something different, or here we have a zip code, they want to rename it as pin code. Okay. And they want to city name, and they also have some additional fields. And they have some another page called here, like
According to Wikipedia, English is a Western language
Germanic language, first spoken in early medieval.
So like this, we have different options here. So now if you want to add, or if you want to extend, or if you want to create a new custom fields, you're going to create it in manage templates. So same way you go to manage templates again. Click on manage templates. Then you go to recruiting and select your candidate profile. And one thing we have to keep it in your mind. So there is only one candidate profile for one instance. Even in interview also they are going to make you confuse how many candidate profiles you can create. No, there is only one candidate profile for one instance. Go to next gen candidate profile template. So go to this page, and before this we also collected data in our Excel sheet, like that we have thing like in workbook, and enter the name is by default from SAP itself, because since it's a standard one, you don't need to maintain anything. And here we have some header and footer. Okay, so there are two types of candidate profiles, right? Like internal candidate are applying and external candidate also. So this candidate application is using internal site, internally and externally. Okay. So now we have some header and footer for both. Instruction header, like header you can internal header and external header. You can see instruction header for internal candidate and instruction header for external candidate. Okay, the same way we have a footer also, operator instruction header, instruction footer, and internal candidate footer and external candidate footer, and operator instruction footer. So what is this header and footer normally? So whenever you share your application, whenever you're trying to apply any job, at the top of that application, we will see some information about their job or their company. We are like we are a top level MNC company like this. They'll share some information about their company on the top of the page. That we call it as header. And the footer is nothing but the bottom of the page. They will mention like all rights reserved by some IBM company likewise. So those information we are going to update it here. So there are two types of headers and footers. One is for internal application and external application header. And on the same way, we have an internal footer and also external footer. So that information you can mention here. This is not mandatory. It's actually optional. Okay, if you really have any header and footer, you can update it, or else you can directly go to create a new field. Okay. Now, if you want to create a new field, you just click on these 16 fields defined. Okay, so now you can see how many fields already there. Like salutation is there by default field, first name, last name, contact email, cell phone number, country, state, likewise. Now I want to change this text. So zip code I told, right? I want to change it to pin code. Change it. So here I'm going to update city as city name. I'm just modifying the existing field. Current title, employee ID, post conviction, like there are like resume, cover letter, attachment one, like this. Now I want to add one more field. So here we have a standard field and custom field. So standard fields are already available here. Most of the standard fields are already added. And if you want to add any new standard field, you can click on the standard one, select under problems like here. Maximum all the standard fields are already available. Okay. So if you want to select anything, you can select it. Example, let me select this SSN. SSN is a number. Standard field I have added. And also I want one more field, one custom field. So let me add one custom field here. I'm just adding as official mail ID. So I'm going to select the field type as text, and add the output name as mail ID. And click on done. So we just added few more fields, and we have modified already existing one, and we also added new custom fields also. Okay, and now here you no need to give any permission, because since this candidate profile is for universal, like everyone can able to access. There is no recruiter conditions, there is no HR manager conditions. Okay, you can give directly publish it. You don't need to grant any permission. But if you grant, like if you're creating any standard field or custom field in job requisition template, application and offer details, there we have to give the permission. For in candidate profile, you don't need to grant any permission, since we have only one candidate application which is accessible by everyone in the organization, like internal candidate and external candidate. So you no need to control anything here. So that there is no field permission here. Just click on publish. It's getting saved. Okay, so there is one small validation again. Here we have see. I think that SSN. Okay. There is still some error. Let me see what is that. In the salutation, you can confuse sensitive false. Okay. So because this job this SSN is already configured in job application template, there we mentioned sensitive as false, cannot be configured as false, because there we mentioned true. So that is the reason it's showing. Because most of the time we have a repetitive fields. We use same fields in here, job application template, application, and also in offer letter also. Let me delete that SSN field. Because of that field, we are facing a lot of issues here. Okay, it was successfully saved. Then go to test and we will see whether the new data is added or not. Just replace the page, any of your pages, and you can create a new candidate. It's not working. Let me go to any job application and I'll open any already existing candidate information. There we will see. I'll select any candidate and I'll check. And you don't need to create every time new candidate for this, because since it's a universal, so it will applicable to every candidate in the. Just open any candidate profile. See here, the new data is updated. Pin code we have added, city name we have added, or also we also added SSN and official mail ID too. So likewise you can check. And if you want to see more in depth, like you click on view profile. On profile, and you can see the new field values. This is how we can add a new custom fields or standard fields in candidate profile. At the same way, you can go to your provisioning. Let me go to provisioning, and there also we'll try to see where we can add using XML. In this system, you just go to managing recruiting. Under managing recruiting, we have a candidate profile. Here we have a edit candidate profile template. You just open this candidate profile template. Here you can see, like it's kind of coding, same way coding. You can see here. In this, you can directly upload. And here we don't have any download and upload option. You can directly update the data. Example, if you want to update anything, you can directly find that. Example, I want to edit something in resume. You can directly find resume. Likewise, we also added just to one SSN. You can find that SSN, and we are added one official email ID. Likewise, so same way here also, you take the, you just copy that information here. Example, I want to add new field here. What I'll do, I'll copy this field definition from here to here. Same way, just copy this, go to next line, because here we don't have a download or upload option. Within the same page, we have to modify it without downloading anything. It's that line here, and here we have a field definition ID is this. Let me keep field definition ID. I'm going to make it as first ABC is the field, and type should be text. Let it be required equal custom to this information. And finally click on save. Here we have a save form. If you have any errors, it will throw here only. If no errors, the template will get saved automatically. Okay. And again go back and open any profile. Like before that, you just log out and relog in and check whether the new field is added or not. Okay. Again, twice it has added. Actually, I have made it as official mail ID, but output I will give the same name here. Let me go to again this form, official. What happened? You know, I have added custom ABC, but in label I have mentioned the same name, so that it's showing still the same name, cust underscore ABC. save. Again, you go to this page and check whether the new field is updated or not. Okay, it was not it. Refresh. Let me refresh once again. Abu Johnson. Oh no. Nice. Let me go back and come back to that page again. Candidate profile template. Here we have a language also. Scroll ABC. Okay, first ABC type text required. Selected ABC, first ABC. Okay, I have updated all these things. Let me add another field also. And guys, did you get any doubt? Like okay, we are adding text field and how we are going to add a pick list field and how the system knows that this pick list ID has to pick. Have you got any doubt like that? Because we are adding only text field and text area and these things in XML. I'm talking about in XML. So you know how to create a pick list field. Like, have you got any doubt like that? Okay, we are adding text field, we will copy the same data and we will paste it. What if the data type is pick list? How we are going to link that pick list values? Any doubts? Something like that? Fine. If not, also I'll show you how to create a pick list values also. So guys, finally save it. Save the file. Let me refresh this page. See, cursor ABC and cursor hello. I've added. So you can add any field from any place. You can add directly from XML and you can add also from your manage templates also. So my suggestion is to better go with the XML only. So if you're fine with this XML coding, you just what you will do. I'll tell you one more thing. Every time if you're confused with copy pasting, so what we'll do, just copy one regular coding, just keep it in one Excel sheet, like one notepad or something. Okay, here you make your ID and you give the field type, okay, data type, and you update labels and everything, and then you take this information here and you copy paste it. So that is more easy because maybe you will get some confused here which field I'm editing or not. So to overcome that, what you will do, suppose you have some two fields. Okay, one is cust ABC and another is cust hello. So what you will do, you keep one programming here and one another here, and you update the field ID and you update your labels and everything, review all the conditions or data type and copy paste one by one from here so that you will not get any confused. Before copy pasting, know where you want to update, whether you want to update this field in under, so update it accordingly. So this is how we can create new fields in your candidate profile. You can directly go to manage templates and also you can go to XML format. It's not is XML format or this format. Okay. Any doubt, any confused guys? If you have any doubt, confusion, please do ask. Okay. So now we'll try to create one pick list values. Pick list drop-down values. So now my client gave me some pick list values. Example, it's a gender. Okay. So gender is the pick list value. So they want some two drop-downs, M and F. these two drop downs they want. So this is a custom field they are looking for. So now what we will do, we will take this gender field here, same way I'm copy pasting here only. So I'm updating as cust underscore gender, and the type is pick list, and label also I'm updating as gender, and here also like translation, like here I'm updating two labels, one is English language US and another one is field label. And what if they have any USA UK language or any Saudi Arabia language, or is there any other Australian language? So that one also you take that name and you update it one more line here. Example, in UK they are calling something different, you can copy paste same line here and you can update their translations. So pick list we added. So now if you want to mention pick list, here we have to add one more line. So before that, get the exact pick list ID name. So for that what we will do, we'll just go to pick list center and check whether the values are exist or not first. First we have to check in pick list center what is the pick list ID we have maintained, because the same pick list ID we have to map correctly. Otherwise those pick list values are not appeared properly. So find the gender values here. So now if you want to capture this information, okay, so here we don't have a proper pick list values. So what I'll do, I'll create one new brand new pick list value for this gender. Let me check this one also, is there any values already available? Okay, so here we have some values already, like gender female and male is already there. So now what I'll do, I'll copy paste the same code there. This is the code. So the same coding I have to give it in your XML. So how we are going to add this line? So there is, let me copy that also. There is a pick list. Okay. So you just take this line where we have to add above this field definition. So next to this line, you add it here. Pick list ID equal to salutation they mentioned. Now my pick list ID is different. What I'll remove this and I'll copy exact coding. Which one you want to map? So this code I'm going to map so that these field values will get into drop down values. Copy paste between this. So now you take this entire line. So first check, okay, cust ID is underscore gender, type pick list, and we have a label also we have added, and also we added the translation, and also we have assigned the pick list value as well. So now you copy this entire program like this coding, and now go back to your application like candidate profile template. Once again refresh the page. Candidate profile. So now I'm looking between under cust hello. We have added one field called cust hello. Under that I'm going to add pick list gender like gender values. So now what I'll do, I'll find that cust hello first. So here I will take one more line, paste the coding. That's it. Just paste it and check is there any spaces or something, and check whether your coding properly aligned, and finally save it. Okay, so there is some error. I think I did some so it says that pick list ID does not exist. Let me check in pick list center once again whether we have given proper code. Okay, so instead of this gender percentage, this thing I have to mention something different. Gender only. Where is that? Here I'll remove this and I'll keep only gender, not percentage, because the legacy picklist ID shows that gender, but I have taken code instead of ID. Okay, I have replaced this gender with correct ID. Let me save the form again. Okay, so now it's matched with that. And now go back to your template and refresh and check whether the new coding is added or not. New picklist values. See, first gender is added, but here since this application is already completed, so that we are unable to edit. So if you want to edit, you can add a new candidate here. Go to candidates. Let me create one more, because here you can see the new field values. What are the new field values we added? That will update for even for old candidates and also for new candidate. But if you want to make the data change for new field values, it's not possible for the old candidates, but it's only applicable to the new candidates. Okay, now let me try to add a new candidate here. Create new. And here you will get editable option, where you can see for gender we have a drop down values, male and female. Okay, so this is how we can add text fields, date fields, or pick list values, whatever the fields you're looking for. Okay, so there are two ways to create a values. You can directly go to manage templates, or you can directly go to XML format also. Okay. So this is about your candidate profile template, and there is one more option is it, like here you can see in this candidate we have, where is that candidate? Let me find his name. Just hold on. Here you can see the values. Okay. And now there are few other things also. Okay, we just added the things like here only, like we have a documentation. Now if you want to create a new document attachment also, you can create it multi attachment. Okay, so this employee referral program is by default, you don't need to worry about it. And tags also, so this tags also we have a same tags, we will get it, and we have added only under more information. But left side there is some other information: internal employment history, previous employment history, and formal education. So these data we call it as background elements. Background elements. What is the importance of this background elements? Mainly in candidate profile only we have some background elements. So these background elements is mainly using to collect some additional information in the sense like internal employment history. It means what is your previous organization, like your internal employment. Suppose you are moving from one department to another department within the same company. Okay, suppose I'm working as a SuccessFactors consultant. Now they are trying to change my job from SuccessFactors to some Java developer based on my experience and knowledge. Okay, so whenever you want to move, so we are going to collect some other data, this internal employment history and previous employment information also. So we are going to collect your previous employment is nothing but how many years, when you started your working with previous organization, and when is your last working day, or when is your relieving date, or something like that. So those information we will collect, and also we are going to collect some your education information also, like what is your qualification and these things. So these type of information we call it as background elements. So why we collect this information? This data will flow to employee central, because so now during your application data collection we will call it as candidate. Once you shortlisted and once you hire, then we are going to pass the same information whenever whatever the data we collected during your hiring process, we will pass that information into you. Okay, so mainly we will pass this like your previous experience and your education information, and if you have any certification, so those information you are going to pass from your RCM to your employee profile creation. Okay, so if you want to pass or if you want to link the data, we use this background elements. So this background elements usually collecting from employee center. Okay, so how to create these background elements, I will tell you in next session. So now I don't know, because if I tell now these sessions again we will get confused. Okay, so that's for today. You try to practice and you try to come up with. So candidate profile is very simple application, and we have only one candidate profile application for one instance. We will not be having any create new application. This is a universal application, one instance, one profile. Okay, so there are two ways to configure. Okay, one is you can directly go to manage templates and you can configure, and there are two options will be available. One is standard fields and custom fields. So standard fields in the sense, so these fields like salutation, first name, last name, and attachment, resume, cover letter, these things coming from SAP by default. Apart from those standard fields, if you have any additional requirement of your client, like custom fields, like how we added, so those fields we can configure in two ways. Whether you can directly go to manage templates and there you can create it, and also you can directly go to XML like provisioning, and there also you can configure it. Okay, so this is how we are going to create a candidate profile template. And keep it in mind, there is no need to give any field formation for candidate profile. Okay, two things you remember here: no field formation required for candidate profile, and there is only one candidate profile for one instance. Okay, so that's for today, guys. Thank you for your time, and try to practice and try to get some time and try to practice, because your practice only help you life. Because maybe when I'm trying to when I'm explaining, maybe see looks like very easy, but the moment you start practicing by your own, you will get n number of words. Okay, so try to practice and come up with your diet, and whenever you face any error, just note down and let me know in next. Okay, and if you want once again this XML compatibility, and I'll give you more simple tricks. Like this is actually today's is very simple trick. You just keep it one standard code in one template. Whenever you want, you just add some new fields and data types and copy paste instead of doing here. Okay, since we all are like non-technical guys, maybe we'll be having some issues like we will miss some tags, or we may give some spaces. To overcome those type of validation errors, try to follow these steps. Okay, if you want one more session and if you want again and again, I will tell you, no problem. Okay, so thank you guys, that's for today. Have a good day.
Thank you, Raj.
Bye.
Thank you, Raj. Thanks, everyone. Bye.